saying that don't invest outside. Bring back your factories in US. Because mind you, you would also be asked to pay a higher tariff. Because when you are exporting it back to US, then I am going to impose, I have imposed higher tariff, so it's not that I'm not going to impose on you, but I'll definitely impose on you as well. So what's the point of actually, producing Apple phones in Beijing? Because I'm going to impose tariff on them. So it looks as if it's a logical case because I can attract more capital into US because I have created an environment in which you cannot cater to US market that easily. You can produce somewhere, then you want to sell, then you have to face this tariff. Now, very interestingly, trade theory comes to basic trade theory becomes very significant in terms of explaining why Mr. Trump is wrong or can be seriously wrong. US is a country, anybody would suggest that it is not a labor abundant country. There may be differences in opinion, what kind of labor, which kind of capital, etc., etc. But we would always teach students by saying rich countries are essentially capital abundant countries and the poorer countries more labor abundant. Therefore, if you impose tariff in US on products, it has to be labor intensive goods that you are imposing tariff because they are your import competing good. Now you have famous vintage Stolper-Samuelson theorem which tells you that in this, if you do that, then your wages will go up and return to capital will fall. And this is the basic theorem of international trade theory. There may be different variants of it, but it's a great theorem in the sense that if you impose a tariff on labor-intensive good, workers and the wages increase in proportion to both good prices. So it's like workers are unambiguously better off. Their real income doesn't matter what they contribute, because the workers' wage will increase by higher percentage points than the tariff-ridden price. So unambiguously real income of workers will increase and unambiguously real income of the capitalists will fall. And this is exactly symmetric when it comes to the developing countries, because if you impose tariff there, it is expected. Now, of course, with distortions and there are many other problems with assumptions.